Well, a very good evening to you folks. Thanks for clicking on to today's edition of the Long Range Discussion here for Tuesday the 28th. We had a very interesting past 12 hours. Very warm night across particularly northern Scotland. I believe the reason for that is we've got, of course, a large expanse of Azores high pressure and control, and as well as that, a warm southwesterly flow stacked in the atmosphere, and that is ushering in very mild conditions across basically all the UK, in fact. But I do believe there was a parcel of very warm air that floated on the underside of the jet stream overnight, basically pushed across the north of Scotland. We've seen temperatures rising from 6 p.m. last night all the way through till about 3 or 4 this morning at a point. Temperatures bumped up into the mid 15 range, basically in the middle of the night. More astonishing was the fact that we've seen a temperature of 16.1 at Aberdeen at 4 o'clock this morning. That, folks, is the average temperature in the middle of June. Astonishing warmth for sure. Now, we didn't, of course, hit the record in Scotland. Aberdeen recorded a temperature of 17.2, just shy of the all-time Scottish record for February of 17.9. We did see, however, a record and a warmer temperature at Durham of 17.4 Celsius, and that, like I say, was a record for the month of February in that location. But the problem is, for Aberdeen, we didn't see that sunshine today. Had we seen the sunshine, I would have put my money on seeing a temperature of between 18 and 20 Celsius. Had it, of course, reached 20 Celsius, of course, this is all speculative now, it's all history. Had we seen a 20, which I do believe there would have been a strong possibility if there had been an adequate sunshine, we probably would have been looking at a UK record as well. The current record for the UK stands at 19.7 at Greenwich in central London back in 1988. But certainly very mild conditions indeed across the UK. We're going to be seeing more of that tomorrow, mainly across southern Scotland and England. We're going to have a frontal zone pushing into the northern half of the UK that will introduce slightly cooler temperatures as compared to today. Notice here the blues showing up across Eastern Europe. Very cold air. It remains in control. Winter not wanting to let go across Eastern Europe. Folks, we've got a very interesting map and model run starting to show up there. They're starting to look more persistent. Enjoy this warm weather, folks, if you don't like the cold weather, because it looks as if after the warmth of the next 24 to 48 hours, this is going to start to ease off. As it does so, cooler air is going to try and migrate in. By Thursday, you'll notice that the high pressure pushing into France, heights start to lower across Britain, and of course once I skip into Saturday, you notice we'll lose the high pressure. It skips back into the heart of Europe. Notice here, much more wavy, more unsettled conditions now showing up across Europe. But look, folks, at the cold here starting to build across eastern parts of Europe here. Very interesting indeed. By Sunday, look at how it expands and grows. Are we looking at a last gasp cold blast across a large part of Europe? Yeah, I think we are now, because it's starting to show quite persistently in the models. This is looking at Tuesday. Look at how the trough back over the UK again. Is this air cold enough to support even some snowfall? That is a possibility at the moment. It's still a little far out to tell. What I do think is, I'm going to put myself in the line here and say, is that I do think after this warmth disappears, we're going to have a hard time seeing that warmth return again. We look as if we're entering a cooler spell yet again. How cold? That remains to be seen at the moment, but I do certainly look at how Europe is starting to grow much colder. I really do think that we could have a very interesting end game to winter. By Wednesday the 7th, you notice here a very strong jet stream across the Atlantic here, pulling in very chilly air into the UK, certainly the northern half of the UK. By Thursday, you notice here the trough really trying to push into the UK. Where's the high pressure? It's all gone now. It's all further south. Look at how the cold air remains over a large part of Central and Eastern Europe. By Friday the 9th, look at how the trough is covering the UK again. I certainly do think we have got very interesting times ahead across the British Isles, and certainly one to watch. The warm weather, folks, is certainly living in borrowed time. Much colder weather into next week. that will take us into, a good part of March indeed. Continue to keep checking back to the blog. We've got plenty of more weather and plenty more winter to come, folks. I always said that I didn't believe winter was done with us just yet, and it looks as if we have a very interesting last wintry month of 2011-2012 to come. Keep checking back, and I'll keep you up to date. Bye for now.